been a couple weeks now since I've been up here, and I got the power cluster rebuilt. Today's mission is to install the power cluster and then put in the last 2 pins of the survey. So let's see if I can get that accomplished. Beautiful day out, a little breezy, which is fine. That keeps the bugs pushed away as I'm just lingering around and batting you in the head. And while I was gone, I got a phone call from the BLM. They were up here working on the spring, and they noticed my little Tonka toy and were extremely confused as to what I was doing up here, not knowing that I had purchased the beautiful landscape that you see here. So they were concerned that if I was going to bulldoze down the swamp and the rest of the beautiful landscape, because they've spent a lot of money, I was told, protecting this area and this leg of the spring, because there is a snail and a frog that inhabit the land. So I don't have any intention of destroying nature. I consider myself somewhat a friend of nature. So I thought I put him at ease on the first phone call, but the next day I had a lengthy phone call, and so I'm assuming when they left here they ran down to the county and looked up the plat and saw where my property lines run, and they got real nervous because according to the county I own all that spring that they've been working on and putting all that money in. So we had a lengthy conversation, and I told them that I'll be up here in a couple weeks. I'll give you a call, and you can meet me up here and show me what you're doing. This way I don't destroy accidentally what you're trying to accomplish. But I didn't give him a call today because I just got 2 things I got to do. I only got a day here, and then I got to go back to the plantation. So, and then do 2 weeks at the plantation again in a row. I know, it's tough. And then I got to come back and I got to get that radiator flushed out. So I have to remember before I leave to measure the in and outlet diameters so I can build a adapter to fit on there and then to fit on my sump pump. But I got the plan. I'm working on it. The forces of nature occasionally are poking me in the eye, but hopefully I'll get there. So, all right, let me get the suit up in my lingerie, put my bump hat on, stop jabberjawing, and get to work and accomplish something. Oh yeah, nothing like kneeling on rocks. Oh. have to get a strap and strap it around there to hold it up, because I can't seem to get the hole lined up because it's kind of out of balance. The front is heavier than the back. Let's give it one more shot here. Up, up, up. That's all it is. Up. Damn it. No, that didn't work. Let's try this rock. Yeah, sure could use another hand, right? That ain't working. That ain't going to plan. Last chance, and then I gotta figure out another way to do this. Oh, that's the end of that right now. Alright, not easy peasy. Gotta go to plan B. My word, not easy peasy at all. I've been fighting this for a good 30-40 minutes now. So what I had to do was get a 2x4 to put it under there to balance that end, alright, and to lean on that end. And then I had to take it down 2 or 3 times, and I'm stuck in here, all crunched up. Oh my word. And I finally got the back bolt in. Jesus Louise. I'm all cramped up now for good. I'm gonna have to go to a massage therapist and get the lumps pushed out. Jesus. Alright. Now let's see if I can get the other 2 in. Unbelievable. Oh. broke a condom. Let me go change my condom here. Well, as nature would have it, I couldn't get that back, well, front bottom bolt in. So I had to pull the air chamber off in order to get it back in there. And of course, then the GoPro battery goes dead. And then the one I changed it with is no good. And I climb up in here, and I'm stuck up in here, and the thing is going beep, 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 and then it goes off. So we're going to try it again. Unfortunately, I got the booster back on. I'm not taking it back off just to show you what it looks like when it's off. So hopefully this will be the last time I take this power booster off. And the last time I put it in. It just seems like there's no place to put this thing to get a good angle, right? And there's no screw hole on the bottom of it, so you can put it on a tripod, right? Everything seems to be an inconvenience for me today. I don't know. Let's see, if I put that here, I'm just gonna look at my back probably, right? Let's see. I don't know. Now, of course, this back one on the back side here, of course, the back one on this side here is in this channel right here, right? So now I get a deep socket. So you know the screw is going to fall into the deep socket, and I'm going to have to climb back out, stuff some newspaper in there, or tape, or a wad of something, right, to take up the slop. Or I should just go get a shorter socket, right? Yeah. Did it catch? Did it catch? It caught. Oh my God, I got lucky. that too tight because I'm going to use that to bleed the reservoir before it gets into the line. So if I can let the air out of the hose before it gets into the lines, that'll make bleeding the calipers a lot easier. Alright, let me so now that I got that too far up, now I got to bring the banjo fitting down, right? And of course that, there we go. Come on. So tighten that banjo fitting, and I'm gonna have to put the camera down and get my hand behind it to back it up. Let's see if I can get an angle on that with the camera. Okay, that's tight. I got some clearance here for it to chafe, so it doesn't chafe. And the line is somewhat straight and not twisted. The white line, right, is not twisted, which is good. Okay. Okay. Plenty of slop. I'm gonna leave that off until after I fill it because I want to see if it's leaking internally again. And if it's leaking internally again, then I got some serious issues. Alright, so everything seems to be snug in the position that I want it for filling up and servicing. So now I guess gotta go top side and fill the reservoir. Alright, see if I can get this done before the battery dies. We have fill to the brim. Let's let it drip off a little bit here. Alright. Put the cap on to keep whatever dirt is floating around in the wind. Now let's run down there and tighten that line right before it pours all out and empties. Alright, so far we have no fluid coming out of that, which is a good idea, which is good. That means it's tight. Alright, I can't freaking see. If any of that's leaking or not. Gotta get in there closer. That's not gonna. Alright, I gotta get up in there and take a better look. Alright. So far, damn it, lights on. Everything seems to be finicky today. Bump the light and the light goes out. There we go. What's that all about? So far, no leakage. So far, no leakage. Where's that wire? Okay, so let's put this. That connect is extremely dirty. Okay. That goes on there. And that's still dry. I guess only way I'm going to get fluid out of that now is to fire it up and operate the brakes. Okay, in an attempt to speed my bleeding up a little bit, I disconnected the line and hooked the vacuum line to the hose, and let's see if I get anything out of there. I hear the reservoir gurgling. So, oh, dumbass. I got it on pressure instead of vacuum. Oh, you moron. You moron. I just blew a bunch of air. And I'm trying to suck I just blew a bunch of air out, right? And I'm trying to suck the air out of the reservoir. Dumbass. Alright, now let's try that again. Alright, so I have it on suction. I've already sucked out quite a bit. I got the line over there to create a little reservoir, right? So I just have to give it a little tug on it, and I should get just a little bit of air. Yeah, see that I'm still getting some air out of it. A lot better than it was before. There we go. I'm gonna have to stop here and drain the cup, I guess. Alright, that's a lot of air. I gotta go check the reservoir, see if the reservoir's done. Refill the reservoir again. Alright, we're making headway. We're making headway. So, as nature would have it, I get a drip. It's leaking from the banjo fitting from the inside crush washer. Of course, that crush washer had a little bit smaller inside diameter than the original one. And guess what? It matters. So, I've got the old one. I'm going to attempt to put the old one back in, and hopefully the old one will do the trick. If not, I'm going to be cursing and screaming and yelling. I know now I'm going to dump all sorts of fluid, right? Okay, so look at this washer that I took out. that didn't crush right. So I don't know. Is it a problem with the washer? Is it not a crush washer and just a regular electric copper washer, as opposed to a crush washer? Anyway, all right, I'm gonna sit here and watch. So while that's leak checking, we're gonna take that panel off and clean out the breather for the power cluster air diaphragm. Right down. Oh, right here is the breather. Of course, I ripped another condom. Now, how does one clean that if there's no you gotta take it out. The cover don't come off. Alright, I gotta get my feet in a place where I can be anchored so I don't fall off the tire and get stuck between the axle and the frame. I don't think the fire department would find me up here until the scavengers were circling my crusty body. Alright, I gotta figure out how that comes off now. That was harder than it had to be. I don't know why they couldn't raise it up another 2 inches so you can see it when you take the panel off, right? I mean, all they had to do is attach it to that bracket right there. I don't understand why they had to put it below. Sometimes these engineers, I don't know, they baffle me. They baffle me. All right, so I don't know how I'm going to take this apart and clean it. I guess those tabs will bend over and you can pull the cover off. All right, let me hose it down with brake fluid and see what happens. Okay, so I was able to open it up, and basically that's what's in there. It's just a screen. So I don't have to open the front one up now. Now that I know what's in there, I'll just hose it down with brake cleaner, not brake fluid. I said brake fluid before, but I meant brake cleaner. Anyway, so that should be good to go once I spray it down. Okay, so there were 2 screens in there, and cleaned them out. I scraped them on the step, knocking off the rust. Sprayed them with brake cleaner. Scraped the inside with the screwdriver. Sprayed it with brake cleaner, and we're ready to put it back together here. That's a pretty simple design. Oh, I didn't clean the cap. Hang on, let me clean the cap here. wind's starting to pick up, of course. All right. Let's see if I can bend that tab over without cracking it. No, vice grip's too big. So let's tap it with the hammer. Give a little tap with the hammer. Can't see that. That's probably not high enough. That's not low enough. It's not righteous enough. Let's see. I think that's as good as it's going to get. I don't want to bend them back down too hard because I don't want to crack them if I have to take it off again, but I don't think I'll ever have to take that off again. So, alright, let me put it back. Tight is tight. Tight is right. Oh. The acrobatics to get up in here.